There we go. All right, everybody, hello and welcome. We are at IAEM 2024, Colorado Springs. I have with me Michael Sharon. If you don't know who Michael Sharon is, I was very excited to be able to take some time to talk with him today about a couple different topics. One of them being he was the director or the superintendent,
former deputy superintendent
of EMI, Emergency Management Institute. We're going to be talking about right now his involvement in the Incident Management Team Association and kind of the stuff he's been doing there. So if you don't mind, Michael, just do a quick introduction of yourself, your background, and maybe tell us about some of your recent experience.
Sure. So again, everybody, hi, I'm Mike Sharon. I now work at the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Office of Homeland Security. I'll kind of circle back to that in a little while. I've been in the business as an emergency manager for about 30 years, and my time between EOCs and the field is split probably 60-40. Currently a member of the South Central PA Regional IM team, kind of Type 4 team. And, we, of course, apply that sort of stuff, those kinds of principles across everything we do at USDA. But, yeah, prior to that, 13 years at FEMA. Was a FEMA IMAT team leader for a while. And worked in the National Response Coordination. It's great to be here. IAM 2024 is a fantastic event.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. Just one of the biggest years we've had since.
Yeah, 2,000 registrants.
Yeah, and we have a lot of new individuals here this year, which is great. A lot of first-time attendees. So, with the Incident Management Team Association, let's talk about some of your deployments, most recent deployments.
So, the most recent deployment I've had actually with South Central IMT, not much of a deployment, but we had a special event in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, the women's PGA, or basically the PGA Open or Championship, so the Lancaster County Country Club. So probably doesn't sound like it's not the largest event that you've ever been on, but Lancaster, there were tons of obviously the PGA, LPGA folks coming in, a lot of law enforcement agencies, federal, state, and local, involved from across South Central PA. So the team was there to be prepared to support the county and augment them as needed should something have gone horribly wrong, which fortunately it did not.
Very cool. So with your involvement at the IMTA, how does that really implement when you get deployed, or how you get deployed in the level of readiness you have?
So for me, the IMTA doesn't really impact my deployments so much because as a Fed and working at USDA a little bit different. But the real value I see in the association is being a voice for all things incident management and improving that. So, based on my experience, a lot of dialogue back and forth, and I think collectively as a community, we're always trying to get better. And so rather than just being, hey, here's the doctrine the FEMA comes up with or somebody else, IMTA provides an excellent way for a lot of different voices, a lot of different ideas to get out there, and for teams to network, for folks to learn from each other, bring those best practices across the country and across the world in some cases.
Very cool. Well, also, because what I've seen and what I've heard as it's broken down, it's broken down to the same kind of regions as FEMA and IAEM. So how does that benefit if someone wants to sign up as a member?
But it's fantastic. There's a lot of overlap, I think, good overlap between the associations. So within your association, if you're an emergency manager, but you're also involved in HIMTA, you're going to meet probably a different class of people, different types of involvements, but build those same kinds of regional, interstate networks. It's really the foundation of business. The old saying that we all say, hey, you don't want to exchange business cards at the scene of the disaster. But these kinds of events and the IHRMTA conference are a great place to build those relationships and build those networks before anything ever happens. And strengthen your game before it's that black sky day.
Well, I'll transition just a little bit with your transition out of Emergency Management Institute into the USDA. How's that going for you?
I love it. It's a crazy department. Over 100,000 folks. We have offices in basically every county in the country. Really, the department does amazing things across all avenues of emergency management, from mitigation, preparedness, response, and recovery. All the folks on the ground. Many of y'all in the association, obviously you're familiar with the work of the Forest Service, leading user of incident management team approaches and ICS. But not as well known is that our folks in the Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service, who do foreign animal disease outbreaks, are also very heavily using those teams and organize themselves along the lines of an IMT because they're talking about a bunch of different resources and bringing different partners together. It's an excellent tool in the toolbox for them. And at my level of the department, while we don't necessarily organize exactly along those ways, the principles are exactly the same. Being scalable, managing by objectives, clear communications, all the things that are fundamental to effective emergency response. Even though some what I do in my office doesn't exactly look like ICS. The core principles are under there, core principles are under the NIMS, inform everything we do.
Very cool. Well, Michael, thank you so much for taking the time to come talk to us, talk to everybody out there who are additionally want to hear more about what you do, but also about the IMT Association and your involvement there. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. Great to be here. Connect with me on LinkedIn, and I hope to see you all at the next HIMTA conference or at IAEM.
Yeah, IAEM 2025. Thank you.